Hello, community, and welcome back to another episode of Keeping It Real with Dr. Anita. I am your host, Dr. Anita Polite Wilson, and today I am thrilled, tickled, excited to have subject matter expert Ms. Lisa Holmes. Lisa, you just got back from Barcelona. Now, before I go any further, let me give the people a good sense of who we're dealing with this morning. Lisa Holmes is a health and wellness lifestyle guru. Her vision to inspire and activate viewers to embrace a healthy lifestyle through home cooking, creating a home that brings joy, and get this, capturing priceless moments while navigating your life to the fullest. Lisa, welcome to the broadcast.
Thank you, Dr. Anita. I'm happy to be here.
It is so good to see you. It's just been too long.
It's great to
So,
be
first
here.
things first, I need you to tell me about Barcelona because clearly you're role modeling for the rest of us how to capture priceless moments while navigating people to live their lives to the fullest. So, tell us what about Barcelona?
Barcelona. It was on my bucket list with my husband, James, for a while. Then COVID hit.
Yeah.
And we were like, okay, how can we ever in this state get to Barcelona? Well, long story short, a little opportunity posed itself. I asked him, can you get off of work in 3 weeks so we can go to Barcelona? And we went. And we got off a flight, right? It's 12 hours.
Oh,
But
goodness.
when we got there, right, we had a layover in Frankfurt, Germany. But when we got there, Barcelona is amazing. The architecture is breathtaking.
Yeah.
The cathedrals, the food, OMG. The
Uh-oh.
food is amazing too. You name whatever you have a taste for, and they have it in Barcelona. And one of my favorite things was to try a different little cafe in the morning. So James and I would go to a little pastry shop and get our favorite. For me, chai tea, his is espresso and a little pastry, and sit in the window and watch people and just take in the sights. So it is beautiful.
Wow.
Shopping is deadly.
Uh-oh. Did you come back with a little dent in your wallet, Miss Lisa?
Thank God they didn't weigh my luggage
Oh,
because
you
it
did
would have
some
been
damage in
problematic.
Barcelona.
You have to go. You
Yeah.
have to go. I am looking for my next opportunity to go because literally, if you could take a couple, 2, 3 weeks,
Hmm.
you can jet set from Barcelona to go over to Paris to go anywhere from there, right in Europe that you want, and just take in the sights. So it is once in a lifetime, but you have to do it.
Beautiful. Well, Paris is definitely on my bucket list. In early 2020, before everything got crazy and shut down, we went with two other couples to Australia. And to your
Mm.
point about the architecture, the food, the people, it was absolutely wonderful.
Uh,
So, yes, we will be adding Paris to our bucket list. Again, you are role modeling for us the importance of capturing priceless moments. And again, I really love how you're talking about living life to the fullest. And we usually hear people say, live your best life. And I think sometimes we have a tendency to get stuck in waiting for that best life to appear, whatever we think it is up here.
sure.
Tell us about living life to the fullest. What does that mean to you? And how are you helping others frame living life to the fullest for themselves?
So the very first thing is you have to be intentional about what this life looks like for you.
Mm,
When you say living to its fullest, what is it that you want more of in your
yeah.
life? What do you want to attract more of that helps you live your best life? So for me, it's almost the beginning of the year. I don't set unrealistic goals. What I do is I set intentions.
Yes.
So I do that through my vision board.
Hmm.
And what I know from my many, many years of doing this is when you set your intention, then it seems as though everything that you do in those intentions gravitates to you,
Hmm.
right?
Hmm.
So if you're intentional about what you need more of in your life, trust me, if you put your focus on that, you will attract that to you. So, for
Hmm.
example, on my vision board for this year, we do a New Year's vision board party, right, at my house. That's what we do. And I had on my vision board, I wanted to travel more this year. Well,
Mm-hmm.
guess who went to Barcelona?
Hey now.
Right? In
And you said
COVID.
the opportunity presented itself to you. You didn't have to go and make it happen.
Right.
Yeah.
That's the other thing,
Mm-hmm.
right? So it is, again, you have to envision the life it is that you want to live, and you need to be intentional about the efforts to bring that life towards you,
Mm-hmm.
right? How do
Mm-hmm.
you manifest it into your life?
You know, you said something that's really simple yet profound when you said, you set your intention and you decide what it is that you want. It doesn't necessarily have to be deep. It doesn't necessarily have to be something that you're actively going for, but
Mhm.
it's almost a North Star for you. And for
Yes.
years, my husband and I, at the beginning of the year, we would set our goals. He would have three of his, I would have three of mine, and then together as a couple, we would have our three goals,
Right.
and we would put them on the refrigerator. Not to like study them every day, but just to have them in our view so that you're reaching for that thing that you shouldn't be having, but you're going to reach for it anyway. And you just happen to see those things, right? And
Yes.
without fail, by the end of the year, we would go and everything that was on that list had been accomplished or materialized. And so
Yes.
coming in January, when I talk about starting the year right, I'm going to mention that it's if a resolution is going to be that important, why start at the beginning of the year? So why don't we start with our intentions? And it's my
Yes.
intention to do this. And to your point, if we always have that intention as our North Star, it's going to happen.
Absolutely. I know it for a fact. I have so many stories about how those things actually, just like you said, manifested in my life.
So let's talk about things manifesting in your life. That brings me to your latest project, the Honey Lifestyle Network.
Ah,
And I
yeah.
want you to first start by telling us about the name of your network, the Honey Lifestyle. How did that happen? Now, before you do that, we kind of blinged it up a little bit with some gold. But now that I'm thinking about it, for the holiday season, but then I'm thinking about it, this is the color of honey, right? So tell us
Yes.
about the name Honey Lifestyle.
Well, again, it's all about attracting, right? Something very sweet in your life.
Mm,
And that's what this is about is, I've looked back at my career and my life, and I've often thought, like, how much more successful and happy and content would I have been if I knew certain things
mhm,
in my life earlier on, right? We all have our own unique journey. However, if I had a little bit of a cheat sheet about certain things in my life, how much more successful would I have been?
yeah.
Right? So maybe it's parenting. You just don't necessarily, have someone that you can talk to about certain things, right?
Mm,
But if you saw somebody else's life play out and how they parent and they give advice on, like for me, it was how do I get my kids to learn how to save money and budget? You know, trust me, I have some wisdom about that.
mm,
Or, cooking. We oftentimes as moms and professional women, we have limited time. Maybe we don't like to cook, right? But how do I still have, a healthy,
mhm,
meal and menu that everybody in my family likes?
mhm, mhm,
Or travel,
mhm,
right? Or navigating life, period, right?
mhm,
There's
mhm,
if we don't know anything through COVID, we do know now that we should and deserve to have certain things in our lives.
mhm.
We cannot take those things for granted. So again, how do I live my life to the fullest? So I've brought in some very unique content creators that are going to talk about all things that are kind of family friendly content. I want to be able to have, moms, dads, kids be able to sit down and listen to what we're going to present on the network.
Now let's talk about that. So your primary audience are ethnically diverse households looking to connect with content that better represents their journey and voice. I absolutely get that. And then your secondary audience are viewers that generally enjoy food, lifestyle, and talk themed shows ranging in ages between 18 to 65. That is a wide range. Give us a sampling of what viewers can expect.
Sure. So my new show is called At Lisa's Table. So people know me for my cooking, and often I have dinner parties, and people want to know, like, Lisa, what are you having at your table? What are you going to cook? Right? What's Sunday dinner? What's this?
Mm,
What's that?
hmm.
And so I have, I think, a diverse palette. And I'm always interested in something around food. If something inspires me, like one of my shows that you'll see when you heard me say that I went to Barcelona,
Hmm.
I ate a lot of different food. So I'm going to bring some of that back, and I'm going to prepare it on my show. So some of my favorite things that I tasted and sampled in Barcelona will be at Lisa's table.
Wow.
Then I have some gentlemen who are going to have intentional conversation for men. So these gentlemen are going to invite guest speakers on, and they're going to talk to them about the leadership, family, love, marriage, whatever it is that they want to talk about,
Mm.
specifically by men for men.
So when I hear you talking about the foods that you ate in Barcelona, you're bringing that back. That kind of brings to mind the Galloping Gourmet. Do you remember that show?
I do.
Right? And then now you're
Absolutely.
talking about having men gather around the table. I'm imagining, I don't know, but I'm imagining it's kind of like going to one of those cigar clubs where men just kind of put their feet
Yes.
up, enjoy a cigar, and just have a
Right.
conversation. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. So, again, men have the need for information as well.
Mm-hmm.
And we don't always have all the answers, but
Mm-hmm.
someone has experienced something that can help us, right?
Mm-hmm.
So these men are going to, talk to, retired CFL football player Keon Raymond. We have on that platform, there's a gentleman who is here in Aliso Viejo, California, and he is sitting on the city council and now has navigated his way to spend the next year as the mayor of
Mm.
Aliso Viejo. And there's a lot of learning, right, that happens in this journey called life.
Mm-hmm.
So, how much again can you be more successful if you knew some of the things that others have experienced that can help you?
Absolutely. Now, let me ask you this. Tell us in the balance of the time that we have. I want to talk about how we can navigate through those critical days between our various traditional holiday celebrations and the new year. Lisa, how can we have a stress less new year?
Well, oftentimes we bring this stress on ourselves
Wait,
because we
wait,
take
wait,
on too much.
wait. Say that again. That is so true, especially women. Say it again, Lisa.
We take on too much,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
And we're so busy taking on things that really sometimes aren't even necessarily for our benefit.
Right.
I'm not saying don't be a good sister, don't be a good mom. I'm not saying that at all.
Yeah.
What I am saying is take some time for you.
See, so now we're getting to the heart of the matter. I've
Yeah.
been talking about the gift of presence this month, not presents that we unwrap, but the gift of our presence.
Oh, yeah.
And too often we don't take the time to enjoy one another. How many times have we seen groups of people doing this, but they're together, right?
My
Not
God.
only that, not only do we lack to honor the gift of presence of others, we don't enjoy the presence of our own company.
Oh, my goodness.
Talk
Sister,
to us about that.
yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So, spending time with yourself
Mm-hmm.
and being intentional about just setting aside time to just be thoughtful,
Mm-hmm.
just think,
Mm-hmm.
silence, right? Light some candles in your room, listen to music, whatever fills up your soul.
Yeah.
You have to do that for yourself, right?
Well,
Check in with you often.
how do we figure out what that is though?
Yeah. So again, we have to dig into ourselves
Mm-hmm.
and figure it out. We're very good at orchestrating and navigating for other people,
Ah, keep talking.
but then spend no time checking in with you.
Uh-huh.
So
Yeah.
you need that, right? You can't be everything to everybody.
Mm-hmm.
And then those that are closest to you that you spend your most time, don't you want to be at your very best with them? So you got to be at the very best with you.
Here's the
So
thing
you have
though.
more to offer to them.
As women, it's either incumbent upon us or we assume the role. I need to make the holidays special for everybody. So
Yeah,
how do we balance wanting to make the holidays special for everybody without wearing ourselves out and we can't even enjoy what we're doing for other folks? Help us out, Lisa.
right. Planning.
Mm.
I look at my calendar and I will say, nope, can't do that.
Mm.
Nope, can't do that. Because here's the other thing, and this might sound a little interesting to some people, but I actually put on my calendar time for me,
Amen.
literally, like
Yes.
on my phone, right? I've got my calendar of all the things that I have to do for other people and grocery shop, and somebody needs this and somebody needs that. But then I set aside, there's time in the evening specifically for me. And my favorite time is I grab my tea, my little furry blanket, and I just, curl up somewhere on the sofa and I might look out the window and I'm just thinking and
Mm-hmm.
processing life, right? And
Mm-hmm.
again, thinking about my intentions and, soul searching and just checking in with myself.
Mm-hmm.
And
You
so
know,
there's no harm in doing that, right?
it sounds
Don't
easy
feel
enough.
guilty about it.
No, and that's where I was going. It sounds easy enough to do. And forgive me if it seems like I'm cutting you off. There seems to be a delay in what I'm hearing and when I think you're finished speaking. So, audience, I'm not being rude. There's just a little bit of a delay here. But I was conducting a workshop maybe about 3 months ago. It was all women, professional women, and I had presented that very thought. How would it feel to just say no sometimes? And the woman was saying, well, I could do this and I could do that. And I said, that wasn't my question. My question was, how would it feel to say no to some other things and prioritize yourself?
Liberating,
Yeah. But she
eh,
couldn't get there.
liberating.
Yeah.
I mean, because when you take on all those things, you speed past through life like this, right?
Mm-hmm.
Things
Mm-hmm.
are going on around you, and you're not even present.
Mm-hmm.
And I say that really honestly from past experience.
Mm. Mm.
I had a very, very highly demanding job at
Mm-hmm.
one point in time in my career, and I was speeding through life, getting from one thing to the next thing to the next thing. And it at the time took my 9-year-old daughter to have her mama I got checked by a 9-year old.
Yes,
Have
she
her
did.
mama sit there and listen to, like, okay, mom, you're not doing well. you're
Mm.
not you're not present, mommy. You're not present. I told you that, mommy. I said that. So I got a little bit of an awakening.
Mm-hmm.
And in that moment, I got startled. I got shocked back into my life because I was speeding through being a bystander in my
Right.
life by getting through, getting through, getting through, but not really enjoying
Mm-hmm.
life,
Mm-hmm.
not creating those moments and memories in my life.
Mm-hmm.
And so I learned a lot from that.
When I hear you talk about you were kind of speeding through your own life, even though we were not blessed to have children, I can absolutely relate because I've always been AAA, highly scheduled, task and goal oriented. And yeah, I remember when I graduated with my doctorate, I was walking across the stage getting my degree, and it occurred to me that in those 3.5 years when I was, well, not 3.5, just under 3 years, where I was on the grind to get this thing done, I was thinking, this is a great accomplishment, but what did I miss in these 3 years?
Oh,
The people that I love the most were there with me for graduation, but I didn't have any memories of those 3 years other than being on the grind to get this thing done. And so that was my awakening. So we're here now. We're wrapping up 2021. I
Yeah.
would like to think that the gift of 2020 was, to your point earlier, recognizing the need to spend quality, meaningful moments and create those memories with folks that we love. And 2021 has been a challenge because now we're trying to figure out still what does that next normal look like.
Right. Right.
Now, I know that you have a website, Honey and Company, and you
Yes.
have different products. I have had your chai tea and your sweet potato biscuits. What are some products that are on the website that will help us in those times where we finally decide, you know what, I'm going to be intentional about slowing down and being with me? What do you have for us?
Oh, so here's some of my favorite things. I have on the site a Bluetooth eye mask.
Oh, what?
Yes. Yes. So here's the beauty in this. If you are someone who has struggled with sleep and staying sleep or just calm, peaceful sleep, right?
Mm,
The beauty in this eye mask is it actually can connect via Bluetooth to your phone, and
mm,
you put it on, Velcro it, and you can listen to your most calming music. I go
mm,
out to a couple of sites and listen to, you know, sleep music,
mm,
white noise,
mhm,
rain,
mhm,
right?
mhm.
Whatever I'm feeling, but I can listen to it and it keeps me sleep. And I wake up and I feel like I've had the rest that my body really needs. So it
Wow.
is the best thing, and it lives on my nightstand.
Mm.
So every night I'm like this with my Bluetooth eye mask.
Okay. Now, for
Yeah.
somebody like me, that's important because I usually get up in the middle of the night. Sometimes I can get back to sleep and sometimes I cannot. So
Oh,
that's helpful. Give us two
yeah.
other items that would help anybody actually.
Yeah. So I am again all about my skincare.
Mm-hmm. And you have
And
beautiful skin.
thank you. But again, I take time with my skin, and it's all natural. This is all
Mm-hmm.
natural. And
Mm-hmm.
one of the things that I love is this detox steam facial.
Okay.
And in the jar is eucalyptus and lemon balm and a
Mm-hmm.
bunch of herbs. And it's in a little jar. You take a couple tablespoons, put it in some warm water, and you steam your face. And so, what I know about it is not only does it pull out obviously the impurities out of your skin from makeup and the environment, it does have that the eucalyptus has that kind of medicinal effect on you where now you are calm and
Mm-hmm.
feeling relaxed. And I do it at night before I go to bed, obviously. And then
Mm-hmm.
again, I
Mm-hmm.
sleep well.
Wow. Okay. One more thing.
Well, then the other thing is again, it's all about my hair.
Okay. All right.
So, if you didn't notice, but it's all about the hair. But what I do know since we passed the Crown Act, there are more of us who are wearing our natural hair or braids or
Mm-hmm.
twists, whatever
Mm-hmm.
we love.
Mm-hmm.
And so I created something though that's called the crown decoiler. So
Oh.
it's beautiful to have it done, but it can be hecka complicated to get it down.
Mm-hmm.
So I created a little tool that will help you painlessly take down those braids, ease strain and pain on your neck while you're trying to do it. And it's efficient. Literally, you just take the device and unravel your hair, and it doesn't necessarily break or tug your hair, and you can get it down in half the time.
Beautiful, beautiful. So we've got our sleep mask. We've got something to help us refresh our skin. We've got something to help us be easy with our hair.
Yes.
Those things are available on your website. Yes.
Oh, all of that and many more. So anything that you can imagine in the consumer categories, right? Skincare, accessories, home goods, wellness products, you will find on thehoneyandcompany.com.
Okay. Now, those are for the ladies. Do you have three things in particular for the men in our lives?
Well, here's the thing. You know, my husband enjoys some of the very same things that I enjoy.
There you
So
go.
what I do for myself, he enjoys too.
Okay.
So one of his favorite things is we have an acupuncture mat. So imagine like a yoga mat.
Mhm.
And on the yoga mat are little discs that have little pressure points on them, and you just lie on the mat. And those pressure points are really in a way that it helps to relieve that stress and lower back
Mhm.
pain and all of that that you might feel by just taking a couple 20 minutes to lie on the mat. So that's one of the things that he loves. Then my husband is so much of a foodie, like his wife, right? I often tell him I don't think he would have married me had I not been able to cook. But what the things that he loves is something that you mentioned is the sweet potato biscuits.
Oh, so good.
Oh my God, right? Those things are amazing.
Mm,
And I started with the sweet potato biscuits because my grandmother was from the South and she was
yeah,
known for those biscuits.
yeah.
And I was not as professional as she in making them. So, but the sweet potatoes takes those biscuits up to a whole nother
I'm
level.
telling you, delicious,
Yes,
delicious.
whole
Especially
nother
when you're
level.
drinking that chai tea that's on your website. That is
Yes.
a nice pairing. Yeah.
Yes. So there's so many things out there for you, handmade fair trade products from Rwanda, Kenya. So I love kind of all natural things that are just good for you and good for your home.
Well, Lisa Holmes, I want to thank you so much for spending some time with us. Today is our Christmas show, and the things that you have shared with us have been a gift. Most importantly, those things in particular, the sleep mask, how to refresh our skin, relaxing our hair, and using that beautiful acupuncture mat, those I think are going to get us through our traditional holidays and into the new year stress less. Thank you so much for
Absolutely.
joining us. Lisa, give us again the information to get a hold of your website.
So it is thehoneyandcompany.com. If you are someone who's a unique content creator and you'd like to come on board with us and have a show on the Honey Lifestyle Network, you can send your pitch to me. And it is Lisa at thehoneyandcompany.com.
Lisa Holmes, lifestyle guru, subject matter expert, and dear friend, thank you so much for the gift of your
Thank you,
friendship,
Jamal.
for the gift of your time this morning. I love you to pieces, and you are absolutely
I love
glowing
you.
like the honey that you are.
I love you too, Dal. Thank you so much for having me.
It's been a pleasure. Community, make sure that you check out Lisa's website, get some of those products to ensure that you have a stress-less new year. This is Dr. Nita. Let me be the first to say Happy New Year. And until next time, community, remember, stay blessed and keep it real.
Oh.